Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are cruising to Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Friday, the fourth week in September of 1987, and this is tour date number 89 for the AWA. Tonight's card for the big event in Las Vegas at the Showboat Sports Arena and Pavilion will be Candi Devine battling Debbie Combs. Kinichi and Rich are locking up with the Nasty Boys. Eddie Guerrero will face Pat Tanaka. Sherri Martel will battle Wendy Richter for the World Women's title. Baron Raschke will climb into the ring against rival Bobby Duncum. The Iron Sheik will battle Billy Robinson. The Russians are tangling with Slaughter and Snuka, and in the main event here in Las Vegas, Nevada, will be the challenger Curt Hennig facing the heavyweight champion of the world, Nick Bockwinkel. Let's go to the screen of our game world. All right, folks, here we are, back in action again. Something interesting last night I noticed in the game here. If we go to WWF Live Event, Rick Rude headlined defending the Intercontinental Heavyweight title against Brutus Beefcake. I thought that was a pretty interesting match. And right below it, Junkyard Dog beat Butch Reed in a first blood match. Ted DiBiase battled Nikita Koloff in a cage match. Coco Beware versus Kamala. Velvet McIntyre, Leilani Kai. This wasn't a bad card. So in the several horrible cards we have seen from the WWF lately, this one was actually decent. So I thought it was important to talk about because I guess the computer can put on a decent card when it wants to. Also, they're saying incoming for WWF, this usually means that they're going to try to steal some of our wrestlers. So we're going to keep an eye on this, folks, and see what happens. So let's get rolling into our card. Once again, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is the southwest region, and we are going to run the Showboat. And we should sell it out here. And we will. Now let's check to see if there's any trouble. Backstage incidents. Looks like it's the typical protege stuff, so nothing to worry about. Todd Becker's got a pretty sweet mullet, doesn't he? All right, let's see who's absent and if anything affects our card here. It does not. It's the injury, and it's the two Tonys that are usually out because of enhancement obligations for the WWF. So our opener is the ladies' match, Candi Devine and Debbie Combs. As we talked about, Candi Devine passed away here recently, unfortunately. She was a very talented ladies wrestler. So Debbie Combs won the last one between these two. We're going to put Candi Devine over here. Actually, let's double check that. Let's see who won last. Oh, Candi Devine here is also working for Jim Crockett Promotions. That's cool. Okay, Candi Devine won the last one, so Debbie Combs is going over. Yeah, most of our ladies wrestlers are not to an exclusive contract. So Debbie Combs is also, I'm sorry, Candi Devine is also working for Windy City and Crockett. And it wouldn't be too long here until Crockett drops women's wrestling altogether. So Kinichi and Rich are going to tangle the Nasty Boys. We know Kinichi and Rich won the last time, so we're going to have the Nasty Boys win this battle. And again, we made Kinichi and Rich a tag team. And we did that so they can build up experience. If you have people tagging together regularly and they're not a certified team, they won't build up experience. So it's better off for you to make them a team and then they'll build up experience. And while we're here, we haven't done it already, but we might as well. Let's put in Slaughter and Snuka because they are teaming regularly here and they'll build up experience and it'll help them get better scores in the long run. They're individuals. So now they're in there also. So it'll only help us here in the long run. So our two tag teams are plugged in. This one goes 12 minutes. And the Nasties are going over. Let's put Jerry Sags over on this one. And that is booked. So our third match here is Guerrero versus Tanaka. We're going to leave this one open-ended. They have been trading victories back and forth. And again, I cannot praise either one of these wrestlers enough. We all know what Eddie Guerrero became, but Pat Tanaka was just technically and fundamentally sound. I always enjoyed watching Pat Tanaka. I saw a video of him not too long ago. A local promotion in the area here had him down as a guest trainer for the day. And Pat Tanaka is probably, well, he's 24 here. And that's 35 years ago. So there you go, late 50s. And the guy still has it. He is still smooth. It was enjoyable watching that training session to see how good Pat Tanaka's footwork is and how just he's like a cat. And he's an impressive guy. All right, Sherri Martel is going to battle Wendy Richter again for the title. In case you're new to our channel, it wasn't too long ago. It was in the game world, I think 2 weeks ago, that Wendy Richter won the World Women's title from Sherri Martel. So these two are in a feud right now. And we're going to have Sherri Martel go over here. But she's going to go over by count out, so there won't be a title change. So wrestling-wise, when you see something like that, if the heel is going over by a count out at a live event, it's usually because they did something illegal to the other wrestler on the outside. For example, they would hit them with a weapon and then couldn't get them back in time. Stuff like that would happen. So let's see if we can't give this a tainted finish also. And there we go. Baron von Raschke versus Bobby Duncum. We are going to give Bobby Duncum his first loss here because this match is part of a much larger feud. And in a feud, you got to trade wins. This is a non-televised event, so this wouldn't matter to people watching TV. They would still think Bobby Duncum is unbelievable, but the Baron needs to get a few wins in this feud. So there we have it. Von Raschke goes over on this one to keep that feud hot and heavy. Sheik versus Robinson. Let's see if the Iron Sheik wins again in this one. I think the Sheik has won 2 in a row. If he wins this one, we're going to have to make some booking changes in the future to make sure that Robinson is getting some wins back. But since we had just had the babyface win the last one, it's not going to kill us here if the heel wins this time. So we'll leave that one open-ended. We'll let the computer decide. We got the Russians versus Slaughter and Snuka. And since we put Slaughter and Snuka together as a team, we can go ahead and just drop them into place here. We are also going to leave this one open-ended, just for the heck of it. I have no doubt that Slaughter and Snuka will go over again, but we'll leave it open and have some fun with it. Now, we are in Las Vegas. We have Hennig versus Bockwinkel. The last time Hennig and Bockwinkel wrestled, it was a 2 out of 3 falls. That was in Chicago. So Las Vegas would know nothing about that. So we're going to have this one go 2 out of 3 falls again. And we're going to take a minute to think how we want this one to end. There it is, in capitals, 2 out of 3 falls. 2 out of 3 falls. It is yelling and letting you know that this is a serious match. 2 out of 3 falls for the heavyweight championship of the world. We're going to go the full 30 minutes here. There's Hennig. There's Bockwinkel. Now, we already have some funny business on the card with cheating and one match ending with a countout. That's a world title match. So we need a disqualification finish here. So we're going to have Curt Hennig go over again, but this time by DQ. So the babyface gets the rub, gets a good win, but Bockwinkel retains the title. Okay, no complaint from Bockwinkel here because this is a red-hot, great feud. And these two are putting on great matches around the country, and they've been doing it for a while here. So at some point, this is going to pay off, and Hennig is going to take the title. But in the meantime, we keep that chase alive and keep the fans going crazy. So let's go ahead, folks, and let's get this card running. All right, Debbie Combs takes Candi Devine. Let's see what their takeaways are. Inconsistency, okay? I don't know what you do to fix that. If anybody knows how to fix inconsistency, let me know. Oh, and going back to running the Showboat Sports Pavilion, I know that we took a hit. We could have had 1,500 more people if we went with a bigger arena, but we also own the Showboat Sports Pavilion, so it was cheaper for us to run here. So we're going to make a lot of money on this show because it's a cheap place for us to use, and we're selling it out. Kanichi and Rich versus the Nasties. The Nasties win with the double DDT, and it is a low score of 36 because both these teams are building up here in the Southwest. We've gone over this before. It's nothing new, but they're both improving. They're getting higher scores, so it's going to continue to get better. Kinichi's fatigued. There's inexperience. There's inconsistency going around here. I don't know what to do to fix Kinichi being fatigued. He's still doing jobs for the WWF. So all we can do is just carry on like this for now. But something will give. Something will make a change. And both these teams continue to improve in popularity. So all we can do is just keep running and keep getting experience. Guerrero versus Tanaka. Guerrero gets the win again with a frog splash. Makes sense. We're in the Southwest here. The Guerreros are over in the Southwest. So we'll look into next time getting Pat Tanaka a win. And both are hit for inexperience. Tanaka for inconsistency. Again, I don't know what fixes consistency. If anybody knows, drop a comment. Let me know. It's one of those funny things in the game I just can't explain. Nice. Another big score here in the Southwest. Sherri Martel is over in the Southwest. So we got a 69 overall. The feud gains heat. And wait a second. Sherri Martel defeated Wendy Richter by countout. Sherri Martel wins the AWA World Women's title. Why would Sherri Martel win the World Women's title on countout? This doesn't make any sense. We got to look into this. We're going to make a note of it and we're going to look into this. I don't like this. This doesn't make any sense. I don't ever remember having anything saying titles can change on countout. I know the AWA had that in the 60s and 70s, but they stopped that in the 80s. We're going to have to look into this. Okay, so Duncum and Von Raschke get a nice score here, a 74. Obviously, Duncum carried the load here, but that's a nice score for this match. Sheik versus Robinson. Sheik wins again. We got to start watching that now. We got to make sure that Robinson gets some wins. So 75, a nice score for that one. Good deal. Our tag match only gets a 68. Slaughter got a low score for the Southwest. That doesn't make much sense because Slaughter was pretty huge nationally. So we're going to have to look into that. We're going to make a note of that and look into that. But we get Slaughter and Snuka a win here. Main event, bam, exactly what we should be getting. Curt Hennig gets the win by disqualification. Terrific. Terrific score, big main event. Sorry, I'm just still in shock over this countout deal. She should not have won the title by countout. So, excellent main event here. Another 2 out of 3 falls, 91 score overall. We're late. Obviously, we're in the 4th week. I doubt we're going to get a gain from this overall. But let's take a look. Yeah, no popularity changes. 84 for that card overall, though. That's terrific. Let's make a speech like we've been doing. We got to give Curt Hennig some credit here. He's doing a real good job. We're going to praise him for a great performance. Pat Tanaka, we're going to give some encouragement to. I think he's doing well. And I'd also, Jimmy Snuka, let him know how much we appreciate him because he's doing a great job. He's selling all of our merchandise for us. Curt Hennig's happy. Pat Tanaka's happy. And Snuka's happy. And we're almost happy. I'm a little thrown off by this title change thing. We're going to have to go into our title window and take a look and find out what's going on. And now we got a problem because Wendy Richter only got a couple-week title reign there, and that's not cool. Okay, let's go into this here and see what we can find out. All right, this is stupid right here that they have the title so low. It's not a 3rd-tier title. Nah, you know what? They're right. It is. So we don't see anything here that says titles can change on DQ. So let's take a look at our product and see what's in here. Yeah, see, this doesn't make any sense. I don't see anything that says our titles can change on countout. Let's look at titles again here. Sherri Martel's the champion again. I don't know. I don't know. Again, we're in the product here. I don't see anything that says titles can change on DQ. Let's go in the editor here. Let's see if we can't find anything out in the editor. Like I said, I know that this occurred in the 60s and 70s that they allowed titles to change on countout. But and we've had matches where Curt Hennig has beat Nick Bockwinkel by countout, and we have not had any titles change on countout. Is it because we made a tainted ending? Was that the reason? I don't see what we can adjust to fix that title problem. I don't know, folks. If you know anything about this or how to fix this, please let me know. I'm extremely disappointed. And now that title is soiled because we were going to have Wendy Richter carry it for a while. I am not a fan of short title reigns for any reason. I do understand, though, with live events, this kind of stuff did used to happen all the time. There was title changes and nobody would talk about it. But just not grasping this. I don't see how or why this changed. I could alter the champion, but then it would give Wendy Richter a second title reign here. So we could run with that to keep this feud going. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. It just doesn't make any sense of why the title changed on a countout. Sergeant Slaughter likes Wendy Richter. So do I. I think she's good too. All-Star Taping up to 784,000 viewers. That's good. Yeah, anybody, if you know what happened there and why the title changed on countout, let me know. Maybe there was something I clicked by accident, but I don't recall. Leave me a comment. Let me know what happened here. Let me know what went wrong, and what you see could have gone wrong, and help me out here. This is another good card by the WWF. Honky over Nikita Koloff. Does Nikita Koloff ever win? Let's look at his match history here. He's 500. But if you... he beat Kamala. Wow. All right, again, I'm disappointed. Overall, that was a very good card, but I am disappointed. I don't understand why that title changed hands on a countout. We have done countouts before. If you know anything, let me know. But we're going to be back, and we're going to have episode 31 here. I'm sorry, are we 31? What episode are we on here? We'll be back with episode 32, folks. Coming soon, live and in living color. And our next stop is we're going back to San Francisco, California. If you haven't already, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, share these videos. Get them out to your friends. There are millions of wrestling fans out there and lots of fans of classic wrestling and AWA. Let them know about this series. I'm sure they're going to like it. Everybody I've talked to about it that likes classic wrestling is digging the channel. So please help us spread it out, spread the word. And we keep increasing with popularity and subscribers and everything every day. Help us out. Let's keep this thing going. If you want to play this mod and you don't have it already, please contact me at braddrake.net/contact. I'm more than happy to send a link over to you that'll take you to the database and also take you to the picture pack on Google Drive, and you can download it and play it for yourself. Also, if you want to talk to us about this game and share your experiences, go to facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. That's facebook.com/groups/1987supermod, and join us for some conversation and fun regarding the Supermod. Remember, this is version 6.0. Version 7 is coming to you in a couple weeks. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in today, and have a good day.